Sunday morning, Easter morning. Hopefully we'll have some visitors from the community. That usually we're going to have them. They usually be on that day. And also a day that you can invite people to come. Since more people are inclined to do that, there'll be a lesson that will be especially helpful for someone from the outside that still will benefit your soul. The next Sunday morning, Cordell will be able to do the same. And so 2 weeks from today, we'll begin accepting nominations. We'll have sheets lined up and envelopes that you can put the names of those men in the congregation that you'd like to nominate to be considered for the eldership. So 2 weeks from today, you'll be given those sheets, and then you can turn them in over the course of the next week, or basically 11 days. So 2 weeks from today, you'll be given that, and then the following week on a Wednesday night, that will close, and then that Saturday night, the last Saturday night of this month, I think is the 29th, they will encourage the men to gather together again at 6:30. We'll go ahead and look at those nominations, and by the way, when you turn in those nominations, give them to Rob and Chuck. They took care of the money for years. I'm sure they can take care of the paperwork now. And so we're entrusting those two men to take care of those nominations and those sealed envelopes, and they'll collect that, present that to the men that last Saturday night of the month, and then those men will be there, be notified ahead of time. They'll be asked whether or not they do wish to serve, and then if they do, they'll leave the room, and then the men that will remain will go through and do, I guess you can call it, a vetting, consideration whether or not they will certainly meet those qualifications. And those that do, the next morning, those names will be presented to you as leaders, and then be able to indicate your support of those men by checking the box by their name. And so we want to follow the scriptures in everything that we do. We see the church in Jerusalem early on in its history, when the work was going so great that the apostles, before they had elders, they had apostles, of course, who took care of things. And they asked the congregation to choose 7 men to put in charge of the wedding of the tables to take care of those who were providing food, those who were widows.